Hey, how goes it? Hope you are well, all things considered. I want to talk a few minutes about investing your talents wisely. And when we talk about talents, think about the parable as told by the Messiah. There was a rich man who went on a long trip and he left three servants in charge of his house, and he gave each of them uh, talents, different measures of talents. If I recall correctly, he gave one of the servants 5 talents, he gave another servant 3 talents, and he gave a final servant 1 talent. After the trip, he came back to see how his servants were doing or how they've done, and he was pleased with the first two servants because they invested the talents wisely. As a result, they doubled the talents by way of their wise investing. And so the one that had the 5 talents turned it into 10. The one that had the 3 talents turned it into 6. The master was pleased and he rewarded them. But the third servant, whom he gave 1 talent, was nervous, and he wrongfully invested the talent by burying it underground. He buried it underground, and that's kind of symbolic. Interesting. My neighbor's dog, he's chiming in on the talk a little bit, but yeah, and that's synonymous. Burying the talent underground, that's synonymous of what we tend to call unconsciousness. But anyway, he buried the talent, and when the master found out what he had done, the master was displeased. As a matter of fact, the master condemned him, cast him out in the utter darkness where there was weeping and gnashing of teeth. And but what is a talent anyway? I mean, obviously, your talents are certain spiritual attributes. Your talent, technically, your talent is your spirituality. And your talent is where your personal identity rests, in your spirituality. Now, personally, I see people wrongfully investing their talents almost daily. All you have to do is turn on the news, turn on the TV. You'll see the news, you'll see a movie, you'll see a sitcom or something like that, and you'll see people wrongfully investing their talents. I mean, even on the news, it's heavily populated, the stories with COVID and politics. And you see people wrongfully investing their talents in such a manner as politicians and whatnot. Can you imagine on Judgment Day? Do you honestly think on Judgment Day you're standing before the panel, so to speak, and saying to the judge, hey, I supported Trump wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. I was willing to fight to the death because the election was rigged, Lord. Can you imagine that? Or, Father, Lord, Judge, Obama, he was my main man. I mean, that was my main man, Obama. I supported Obama for the whole 8 years throughout his tenure of president, Lord. Yeah, Obama was my main man. Or can you imagine? Yeah, Lord, I was a loyal Dallas Cowboy fan. That's right. You remember that time when those New York Giants fans came to the AT&T Stadium and they started being obnoxious? Oh yeah, we handled them boys, didn't we? We handled them, Lord. I bet you they won't come back to the house of the Cowboys no more. Really? Nevertheless, when you do that, you're investing your talents wrongfully. You are burying your talents. You are rendering yourself unconscious and don't even know it. And you got to be careful because some people, they'll be like, well, I'm feeling mighty low today. I'm glad it's Sunday. I need to go and hear the man of God preach the word. I need to get my fill of the word today. That's no better than all the other three examples I just gave you. You're burying your talents underground and you don't even know it. And to have your spirituality exist in an unconscious state underground, that is indicated by suffering, mental anguish. As a matter of fact, in this day and age, again, if you just turn on a TV, you will see all these commercials about these medications. I mean, schizophrenia is on the rise, depression, all manner of mental illnesses. And these medications that are being heavily promoted. And we don't even have to mention the virus, the coronavirus, that's plagued America for the last year. But it's not too late to dig up your talent or talents and invest wisely. It's not too late. When I think about that parable, it makes me wonder, perhaps the master knew better. He had to have known better, which is why he gave that one guy only one talent anyway. Because when he came back, what did the man do? He blamed the master. He said, hey, you're cold-hearted, you're cruel, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically blamed the master for being a taker, reaping where he doesn't sow. I mean, he blamed the master for his own fear and wrongful investment of the talent that he was given. He didn't have to give him no talent. Anyway, again, as long as there's breath in your body, right here, right now, you can unbury your talent and you can reinvest it wisely. And you will be rewarded. Thank you for listening. Hope you are well, all things considered. Invest your talent wisely. God bless.